Yo, what is happening, guys, and welcome back to the Let's Talk Fighting channel. Of course, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we will be reacting to Andrew Tate's most recent sparring footage that was leaked, I guess. And the reason we will be doing this is because, if y'all do remember correctly, after JJ beat Swarms and Pineda in the same night, he then went on to call some people out. Those people, he obviously called Slim out. He obviously called Dylan Dennis out. He also called Andrew Tate out. And I feel like a lot of people agree when I say Andrew Tate was the name. That when JJ was naming all these different guys of who he wants to fight, when he said Tommy Fury even, we were like, oh, okay. When he said Dylan Dennis, we were like, all right. When he said Slim, we were like, oh, okay. When he said Andrew Tate, I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, I want to see that fucking fight, because I know I did. Not even for the fact of I'm like, oh, Andrew Tate's going to be a beast. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. But it would just be for the simple fact of the audience Andrew Tate has. Like, the Andrew Tate has a big audience, a strong audience that will stand by him. JJ also has that. So my thought process was, if JJ and Andrew Tate come face to face and fight in the ring, it will be interesting, because Andrew Tate is obviously a kickboxing champion. JJ began as just a YouTuber playing video games. But that doesn't mean that Andrew Tate will knock out KSI. Maybe he will, but it doesn't mean 100% guaranteed he will, and that's the interesting part. And that's why we're going to be reacting to Andrew Tate's sparring footage today, because I want to see, what does Andrew Tate have to give. Now, before we even react to it, I do know, before I watch this, I'm going to assume Andrew Tate does not go all out. He probably relaxes a bit and just does it for fun. But we're going to see if we can pick apart little bits of his game that maybe JJ could take advantage of if they do come to fight. Even though he is too heavy for JJ right now, that might be a fight in the future. So we're going to pick it apart and see what happens. Go. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, that sounded heavy. Why is he just spamming the left? Okay, so obviously Andrew Tate has already dropped the sparring partner. The guy he's sparring is obviously not in there to be competition to Andrew Tate. You can tell that within literally the first 10 seconds. He's not in there to be competition with Andrew Tate. He's in there to literally just let Andrew Tate go to work and do whatever the fuck he wants, I guess. Andrew Tate looks like he's sparring lightly. Of course, he's only throwing the left. I saw him obviously throw a nice left hook, which was, it was nice. It was crisp. It was sharp. And then he obviously went to the body, got that nice little liver shot, which is a devastating shot when you get hit with it. One thing I will say is hearing the sound, it sounds like Andrew Tate hits fucking hard. But I don't believe he's obviously going all out in this. This is probably just a sparring session where he just kind of wants to mess about a little bit. Maybe Andrew Tate's working smart here and saying, oh, if I release the sparring footage and go a little bit less, people will watch it and that will get me in talks, and maybe he does want to box a few people. I don't know, but maybe he's using this as the way to get into that. 10 seconds. Yep, that is a devastating shot there. He's obviously has his hand. Punch me then. Oh. Okay. Okay, so obviously watching some of it again, I can clearly say that Andrew Tate's favorite shot is the left hook. Probably his second favorite shot is the right hook. Man does not like to throw straight punches, and I'm not saying that is a bad thing, but like, no way obviously you get the base, you get the 1-2. He does not like that. He likes the little round. As you know what, that's not really a bad thing, because a lot of people obviously they fight with their hands here, and if you go straight, they can kind of just go like that. But if you go round, they're not going to go like this to block it, because then that's when you go down the middle and you hit them. So you know what I mean? Those hooks, those can always be good, because you go round the guard and connect to the side of the face. And then on top of all of that, he likes going to the body, which is quite smart. He likes that little left hook to the body. Like I said, the liver shot could be the most devastating. You may think that a hook to the face can be hard. But when you get hooked to the liver, you will realize that that's actually possibly the most devastating shot you can get hit with when hit correctly, because it just shuts your entire body down and you just feel weak and your legs go, and that's whenever you fall to the ground. Where if you get hit in the head, sometimes you get knocked out, but sometimes you can stand there and actually take it. Where I'd say the liver is a very sensitive part that when you get hit, you think, oh shit, that hurt. And that's whenever it starts to affect you. But hey, Andrew Tate, obviously this guy, like I said, is not in here for competition with him, but he's showing a few things that I like, a few things I don't like. He's not keeping his hands up or anything, but I mean, hey, 30 seconds. Ready? Hook. There was a straight. He's also much taller than this guy. There's another left hook. Yep. The left hook to the body again. That is his favourite shot. Left hook to the body. What the fuck was that?
10 seconds, Marcel. 10 seconds, Marcel. 10 seconds, Marcel.
Jesus. So after watching the Andrew Tate footage, like I literally said, his favourite shots are literally left hook, right hook. It's smashed to the body, left hook all day. That's a devastating shot. He wants to keep going for it. It works, cool. But things that are obvious in this sparring footage is the guy has no right, like, should not be in there with Andrew Tate. The guy just doesn't know what to do. He probably got like 2 hits on Andrew Tate and they even weren't the most clean. And that's because Andrew Tate kind of just stood there and let him punch him so he could counter. And then on top of all of that, he's a lot smaller than Andrew Tate. It was just a complete mismatch. So taken away from this, Andrew Tate, things he does well, he throws nice sharp hooks. He has a nice, like, strong stance with the footwork sometimes when he's setting up for that hook. But he keeps his hands down a lot. And, you know, there was a few ones, like whenever he threw, he kind of backhanded the guy. And then there was one where the guy, this was nice at the same time. The guy just threw wild and Andrew Tate leaned back and just threw over. It was a wild shot and it just so happened to land. I don't think that was Andrew Tate meant to do that out of skill. I think it was just the fact he threw and he landed because this guy was going so wild, you couldn't really do anything. So, like I said, there's some good things about Andrew Tate's fighting thing, some bad things, but at the end of the day, we can't really take too much from this because it was an opponent that wasn't supposed to be in there with Andrew Tate. There wasn't the same height or build as Andrew Tate, and that also, you know what I mean, like Andrew Tate, you could tell was not fully trying. He was just in there trying to just get a bit of work, break a little bit of a sweat for a workout, and that's it. And that's not me dissing Andrew Tate or anything, but I'm just saying that that's the case. It wasn't a competitive fight. You can't really take much away from it. And you can't really compare that type of sparring to like other people's type of sparring where they go 100% because it's not the same. But going from that, I still believe that Andrew Tate versus KSI would be a good fight. I would like to see that fight. I would like to see Andrew Tate do that to someone. He's heavier than KSI, but if he came down a little bit, I still believe his punches would be hard, but they wouldn't be as hard. And I like to see KSI go up a little bit to like when he fought Logan type shit. Or even if Andrew Tate fights Logan or some shit, I would like to see him do that to someone who's the same height as him. Because, again, he was a kickboxer and he has fucking power. I'd say Andrew Tate doesn't have the most skills in the sense of he doesn't have amazing footwork. He doesn't have amazing technique or anything. There's nothing wrong with his technique or footwork necessarily, but he's not amazing at those things. But it is the simple fact of he can do those things enough that when you open up, and he lands that fucking punch, you feel his power, and that's whenever you cower away, and that's it. So that's what that sparring footage showed me. Andrew Tate didn't try, but the one thing he proved is he can do everything, the basics, all right, to a degree that he needs to. He doesn't feel the need to be amazing at all of them because he can do them to a level where he can rely on his power to rock your shit when he lands, like when he kept dropping him with liver shot. Even though it wasn't good competition, if he hits good competition with that shot, they're probably going to go down too if he lands clean. So that's just the truth. You know what I mean? I'm saying about the competition, but at the same time, those shots, the shots in general, the way how easy it was to land them, not the same as in a real fight. KSI, Logan, and all that ain't gonna let you land that easy. But if the shot itself, the shot selection was good, and if they land, they will still do damage. So you know what? Fair play to Andrew Tate. But I would like to see him spar someone who's actually supposed to be in there and really see Andrew Tate go hard and see what he's actually made of. But hey, that's what I just decided to do. Just decided to react to the sparring footage. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you agree with that I said? What do you disagree with I said? Do you think Andrew Tate should fight KSI, should fight Logan if they can find the same weight class? Do you think Andrew Tate would actually be good in the YouTube boxing scene? Maybe you want to see him fight Jake Paul. I don't fucking know. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. As always, hope you all think positive, test negative. Hope you all have an amazing day. Hope you all are staying safe. And I'll see you in the next video. So, peace. Fearless.